man, holy shit, guys. I'm exhausted. We tried to do Salvationsedge. We tried to edge salvation a bit. We got our free god. We were a little nasty. We were some nasty girls, and we tried to match the witness's freak. And unfortunately, how long has it been? I don't know. It's 6:40 a.m. We got to the second encounter. Halfway through the second encounter, we got to damage once. And oh shit, I don't even know if we made it to damage, I ain't gonna lie. But guys, Salvationsedge is grueling. It is punishing. It is disgusting. It's the most evil thing Bungie has ever released. And I love them for it. I ain't gonna lie. This has been a fantastic experience. There's something to be said about being unbelievably sleep deprived. All just wanting to, we're not even finishing the raid. Like in our brains, I feel like finishing the raid is such a far-fetched dream at this point. But it is only the first day. We're gonna refuel and we're gonna go back at it. And I don't have any footage of it, unfortunately, because it was kind of like a last thing on my mind to ask, hey guys, you guys mind if I record? It's kind of awkward when you're talking to people you don't really know that well. But by the end of the raid, I feel like everybody knew each other pretty well, and what everybody's freak level was. Dude, this is watching the streamers play. There was a bit at the start where I was like, how the fuck is Salta Greppo just sprinting through this shit? How do they know? How do they know? And Cross was like stuck in the first encounter for like 8 hours. And you know, actually I feel kind of proud about ourselves because I think we cleared the first encounter time wise faster than they did. What was kind of cool was when the raid race started, streamers were so quick to run to the first encounter they completely missed a mini room within the first traversal section that literally teaches you the mechanics. So when you're jumping across like the big chasms and stuff, there's like a little doorway off to the left across a chasm jump, and if you go in there you can slide underneath a half wall and it drops you into this little like 10 by 10 room with one totem and 2 plates, and it shows you that when you stand on these things it links, and then little resonance token. Actually, I can throw that clip up here. And I was like, holy shit, did I just figure out a raid mechanic before any of the streamers did? Because they're like still struggling to even figure out what to do with the plates. And I'm like, I know what to do with these plates. And it wasn't until a little bit later that I was like, you know what, fuck it. I wasn't even planning on doing the raid today until somebody on my friends list shot me an invite. And I was like, you guys need one more? And he was like, yeah, it's not that hard. We know what to do, but it's just timing, man. Sure enough, it was the timing. We cycled through a good 2-3 different people, had our 2 teams of 3. And our side was doing pretty damn good, and then eventually we got the 2 other people on the other team, and we cleared it in about 3 runs. And then came the fucking Herald, and that kicked our ass. I can't even really narrow down what we're doing wrong. Stronghold Titan is the move. Have somebody be a Stronghold Titan and take aggro when you're shooting the spots on his head. I'm exhausted. My voice is run coarse. Maybe even a little flustered from how pissed we were getting at each other. Definitely made memories, guys. And that's what I think it's about. Clear or no clear, Salvationsedge is going down as not only just a core memory for myself, but I think a historical moment, not for only Bungie or Destiny, but for raiding in games. At this point, we've reached day 1 raid that has lasted longer than the last wish, which I never thought to be possible. And leading up to the final shape, I always thought that, oh, you know, I don't know if they're gonna fully listen to the criticisms and critiques that people had about Root of Nightmares and being too simple. Because Root of Nightmares cleared in a good, 3 hours? And back then, when that came out, I wasn't even like a big raider. I took a leap of faith and got into a day 1, and we got up to Nezi, and or actually I guess it was day 2 because it was the night or the day before reset the next day. And I was in the contest mode for Root of Nightmares, played that for a good 10 hours, called it a night, woke up the next morning at about 4 a.m., regrouped, fought tooth and nail up to Nezarec, and just could not get the damage out. Couldn't get the damage out. And what's wild about some raids is you get to this point where you almost do mechanics second nature. Like you're almost on autopilot running through them, and that can go one of 2 ways. It can be like one of the goofiest things and the most zen moment type vibe, or it can be the most frustrating, infuriating thing. And with Salvationsedge, I felt like despite us knowing what to do, the time constraints on getting these mechanics done kept everybody so locked in on doing their part as fast as possible, which I think is something that was sort of missing in a way in previous encounters. Sure, there was the dark wall or whatever that closes in on the macrochasm encounter in Root of Nightmares, and Planets has a timer on it too. Each raid has sort of a background timer, but when they put that timer right in front of you and they show you, oh, here's how long until you're dead, it adds a layer of urgency. It adds a thrill to it. And knowing that they I don't know if they're going to change this for normal mode, but in contest mode, the time limit on some of these encounters is about 4 minutes and 14 seconds, which I believe is the max you can get on the first encounter. Second encounter, I don't even remember how long it was. I think like 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get the whole rotation done. 3 minutes, something crazy like that. You can extend the timer by depositing resonance, but I mean, getting to that point is very difficult because, dare I say, the enemies in this clobber the fuck out of you. They beat your shit in 7 ways to Sunday, my dude. Hard. They are bull. And even though everybody on our team, and I think just generally from pulling things out of collections, the stuff that you're taking out of collections is already above power cap, which is 1965. Our team, upper 1970s, lower 1980s. One other person about like 1994. And all people with Godslayer titles and previous solo dungeon clears and Grandmaster triumphs and whatnot. It was kicking our ass. But despite the pain, the grit, sweating like a motherfucker in there, that is what makes raiding so damn sweet. And that is what makes contest mode day one. What's crazy is that even for teams that are behind like ourselves, and even other bigger teams that are out there that are behind a decent chunk, you still have a hat in the race, because at any point in time a mechanic can stump a group so harshly that they're going to be stuck there for 8 hours while everybody else catches up, which is exactly what happened with Salta Greppo's group, all the players, and Azdacross was on encounter 1 when I last checked at one point. Salta Greppo was on encounter 4 with the weird shadow shapes and the guardians you have to cleanse the shadows off of, or the darkness from, however the fuck you do that. 8 hours later, I checked back in on stream. Cross had made it to encounter 4, Datto encounter 4, and Salta Greppo was still on encounter 4. All the players was still on encounter 4. And I thought, this is beautiful. This is some Phoenix rising from the ashes type moments. And if you guys, at this point, people should know, dude, I'm Team Cross all the way, man. And you know, I would like to see somebody other than Salta Greppo win, or all the players win. They've had it too damn good too long. No hate against them. They're great. I'm sure they're great people and whatnot, and I have no personal gripes with any of them, but 3 worlds first, make it 4. No. It's time to dethrone the king. It's like watching the Super Bowl and seeing the Chiefs win over and over. If the Chiefs are your team, good for you. They're not my team. The Lions are my team. Could you believe how I felt this year? Anyways, Salvationsedge has kicked my ass, and I am so damn happy about it. I'm so excited to hop in, and a part of me wishes that contest mode could be extended a little bit, but at the same time, that's a double-edged argument there, where one side it's like I don't want this feeling to leave just yet, because I know it's coming to a close here pretty quickly, but at the same time it's like, nah. I think a big portion of why it's so exciting is everybody is going into this not knowing what to do, confused, underpowered as hell, getting their asses kicked, the best players getting smeared across the board, and it's this beautiful 2-day chunk, this beautiful maybe even 1 day, couple hour chunk where it just feels like the entire playing field is level and you're all doing something huge, and I love that. Anyways, guys, that's just my immediate impressions after a good 15 plus hours in Salvationsedge, to no avail getting past encounter 2. Oh man, are any of you guys doing it? Let me know what you think. Are you guys having fun? I am. And for everybody who's out there raiding, good luck, have fun, take care of yourself, drink water, dude, enjoy yourself. These moments in gaming are few and far between. They're short, they're flashes in the pan of enjoyment. They make memories that you'll never forget. Anyways, y'all, if you like, leave a like, subscribe if you wish. Not mandatory, but it's always so appreciated. Take care. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Deuces.